That's right. It's the hostess with the most. It's burning like toast is right back like I left it here. You dig what I'm talking about, Cosmo? This is a the next debate, or not even the next lesson in the Jehovah Chronicles number 75. For many of y'all got to watch my brother Malachi Maccabee go against a brother named Is on Sunday, and I must say, unbiased, and I know the Bible, and I know, but I also look at the performance. You know what I mean? I look at the level of the info. I look at the style. I look at showmanship, and I look at the overall information being showed, and I judge it fairly. You dig what I'm talking about? Now, had Mally got his ass crushed, you know what I mean, or anything, you dig what I'm talking about, I'd have admitted that too. But boy, he let off a light bomb over there, showing the level of light and information coming out of OWASP and its beneficial nature, especially to the melanated man today, far outweighs the Bible and the God who says he's cursing you today. So, you know, to the brother Yeremiah, you dig what I'm talking about over at the debate, the Source Debate League. I think your strategy backfired on you because you took it upon yourself, right, to choose a Christian pastor who makes her money from teaching Bible and standing on Bible. You chose a Hebrew Israelite that has a cult, Lions or something, and he makes his money from the Bible. So he couldn't, neither one of them could unbiasedly judge the information. You would have been better off getting a guy who understood a WASP, a Christian or Hebrew, and anybody from any other religion, or even an atheist, if you wanted it actually wanted it fair, if you wanted to build integrity for your channel and the people. Now, see, the crazy part is I didn't do a live instantly. I went back, I watched it to make sure, and then I went over my notes. I still got my notes here about what each one was building on in each round. And I didn't want to seem like I was coming off like a sore loser or something, you know what I mean? But the deck was stacked and it made your channel look bad because the people, when you asked if you thought is one, put a 7 in the chat. Or if you thought Malachi won, put a vortex in the chat. The whole chat lit up with vortexes. Do you know people from South America have been calling me saying, damn, Malachi got robbed. You know, people from Belize been calling me, talking about, boy, that he got robbed, man. It was clearly the benefits was on OWASP side. That's not what they was trying to see, though. That's why when you bring judges on your panel, you have to make sure they have integrity. And if they don't have integrity in their judgments, they don't have integrity in their lives. So Daniel Allah, or whatever his name is, backfire. Shame on you, bro. Shame on you. And if you won't smoke, my name Cosmon Cal, and I ain't hard to find. Christina Nick, shame on you, sister. Shame on you. For like the brother Black Jesus minister say, for doing all that niggatry. The boy didn't show one benefit. Not one. That was crazy. Right? And then, see, this is how you know it was biased and people really wasn't watching. Daniel Allah says in his reasoning as to why he think, first of all, he couldn't have won any round. And if you gave him one, you said he won the third. Well, then it's still 2-1. He lost. When he admitted in the question around that he would kill his child, he lost. When in the very first round, the brother said This is not even a debate. I'm not going to talk about the debate. This is going to be an intervention. And then he made it personal. And he started talking about Mally personally. He went back to videos 8, 9, 10 years ago, before he even knew a WASPy existed. But the dope part was, and I mentioned this also, is that the videos actually worked in Mally's favor, being that it was showing 8, 9, 10 years ago, he had the actual intelligence to sit and actually read and digest it and test it. He tested the text. He tested the spirit, which is what the Bible says in itself. So, and this is crazy. You know, folks from Israelites from Israel, from the land of Israel, calling us, talking about, man, it was highway robbery. I don't even believe in WASPy, nor have I read it, but seeing how beneficial it was, he clearly won, and now I'm clearly going to read it. This is the Israelites from Israel, living in Israel today. Do you know brothers and sisters who don't even rock with us, or rock with like the sister Neptali, like the brother JJ 7000? They don't rock with the gang, but they know, but they willing to, they recognize the real from the fake. And when you see what I'm saying, when the debate is about which book is more beneficial, and you don't show one clear benefit, clearly you read the text, right, but didn't prove how understanding of that text is a benefit to the people today. He didn't show any knowledge. He didn't show any light. And so when the biased verdict came down, it was a win for Jehovah and a loss for the Source Debate League. The streets already say we won. You dig what I'm talking about? The masses say we won. It is what it is. Because now the people who they was trying to keep WASPy from seen that light. They seen is lose. You can't, it's recorded now. You dig what I'm talking about? And shout out to my young brother Malachi Maccabee for doing a marvelous job. The boy bust off a 61 clip of clear benefits. I thought that was amazing. But you dig what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I wanted to clear up some of the rumors. Hold on one second, y'all. Yeah, I just wanted to come and clear up some of the lies. You know what I mean? And Daniel Allah said that he, he should have explained WASPy. The very first thing Mally did when he got up there is explain on WASPy, what it is, where it come from, what it do. That's the very first thing that came out of his mouth. You dig what I'm talking about? Showing you they wasn't listening. They was biased. You dig what I'm talking about? We heard a lot of shit that a nigga was saying. First of all, he said, JBN was a Mason. Oh, he a Mason. Nigga, prove it. Was he a Mason or was he a Freemason? What lodge was he in? Huh? Which one? The Lodge of St. John is the oldest in New York. They don't have JBN on any records ever. They've been keeping track since 1756. Did you know? St. John's, the oldest in New York, period. Where are y'all trying to say he became a Mason? Where? What kind of Mason was he? Can you show us him doing any Masonic rites? No, you can't. Why? Because he wasn't a Mason. And I'm willing to bet $1,000 if anybody can show what order, what group, what sect of Masons he was in, what list he's on, what rank is he? You dig what I'm talking about? That show you people don't actually study or do homework. They just regurgitate what they see off Wikipedia. The nigga sit there and dumbass nigga, the dumb nigga said that JBN killed a man at his dentist office. Killed a man, right? At his dentist office and watched him die. Lying ass nigga. You see, this is why, you dig what I'm talking about? You gotta fact check everything a motherfucker say. You can't believe nothing that a man say. You can't believe nothing an angel say, and you definitely can't believe nothing a God say. He said that JBN killed a man as a from pumping too much nitrous oxide when he came to the dentist office. This shows niggas don't study. First of all, it wasn't a man. It was a woman that passed, Miss Pop Squally. And why he didn't get charged or none of that is because she was allergic to nitrous oxide. You do know deaths from nitrous oxide still happen today, even with all the technology we got. She had a reaction because she was allergic to it and didn't know it. You dig what I'm talking about? So that just goes to show that these niggas is dumb. And if you believe that with no proof, you a fool too. You dig what I'm talking about? But let's get off into some of this stuff, right? Let's get off into it. Let's break down what he was saying. You know what I mean? And then we're going to clear up these lies, because I want y'all to notice he keep bringing up Owaspy and some children dying. He said 13 to 12 kids. They killed 12 kids at all. Is that true? Is that true? Or is that what Google said? And then the crazy part, he really lost when he quoted Woodson Payne. Oh, yeah. When he quoted Woodson Payne, he lost. For the simple fact is, he talking about child predators and rapists. He quoted Woodson Payne. Woodson Payne was one of the rapists and the child molesters. He was in that gang. He was in them in that UFO cult for 28 years. He was doing the raping. He quoted the Woodson Payne, the German fakist. He ain't a faithist, he a fakist. I asked him, had he even read the Bible? Had he even read Owaspy? He got there when he was 8, left when he was 36. So if all this shit was going on, why ain't you call the police? The reason why he never did call the police because he was doing the raping too. Yeah. And you quoted him. You know what I mean? But let's go look at some of this shit. Let's go look at some of it. See what he talking about. Now, watch he gonna say something about placenta eaters and placenta. You dig what I'm talking about? Take note of that. And I want y'all to know what's going on. Because they trying to tie a waspy to this shit. But let's go see what's really going on. Watch this.
So he came out with the opener. Let's see what our brother Iz got for him, man.
All right. Iz, are you there?
Oh yeah, let me get this camera on. All praises to the Most High, man. Precepticons in the building. Timekeeper, let me know when you're ready to start my time.
I'm ready when you are.
Gonna start off right now with a real headshot. Hey man, this stuff is not of our people. Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Yeah, you can. This stuff is not of our people. That's number one. It's against the Bible. It's sick. Hey, and for benefits, this Psalm 68 and 19. Blessed be the Lord who daily loaded us with benefits. Nigga, not a few nuggets of knowledge here.
One, let's catch him in the lie. He said, Owaspy ain't of our people. Any nigga who even remotely even looks at the book can tell this a nigga book. Ain't nothing but talking about copper-colored people throughout it all. Owaspy let you even know that the Chinese man was copper-colored. Right? And then notice he said it's a benefit, but didn't show us the benefit. Let's go back a little.
Against the Bible is sick. Hey, and for benefits, this Psalm 68 and 19. Blessed be the Lord who daily loaded us with benefits.
What benefit? What benefit did he load you with? Right now, your Lord is telling you are cursed.
Nigga, not a few nuggets of knowledge here and there, nigga. Daily loaded us with benefits. Even the God of our salvation. Say, like, he told me he got a God that's higher than our God. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Jeremiah 10:2, thus saith the Lord. Learn not the way of the heathen. This nigga didn't learn the way of the
Said, learn not the way of the heathen. What is a heathen? A heathen is somebody who don't believe in religious ideology and dogma. Somebody who doesn't take the God at face value. Somebody who doesn't believe in Islam, Christianity, or Judaism. You dig what I'm talking about? That's what a heathen is. They say that like it's a bad thing. You know what I mean? I'd rather be a heathen than to allow my God to trick me to go kill some people that ain't never did nothing to me.
The heathen, and he think he gonna come back and show us something new. Ta-da! We are not impressed, nigga. Learn not the way of the heathen and be not dismayed at
That's 4 niggas already, first round.
the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. We got to get this nigga out the vortex. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. Let my Jerry curl juice drip. The Bible versus the philosophy, which is battle for our people, in parentheses, the Israelites. Let's go. We're going to read these. I ain't going to hit every precept address. The second is chapter 16, verse 36 say, behold, the word of the Lord, receive it, believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Let's keep going. Matthew teaches us to observe all things.
Okay. What was the benefit? You said, behold the word of the Lord, right? Which Lord? What is a Lord? You said you couldn't define it. As a matter of fact, he went on to confusingly say that a Lord God, and a God was the same thing as the creator. How, fat ass nigga? How, you fat, stinking burger smell? You smell like ranch and Funyuns. What Lord? What is the benefit? Believe it not, the gods of whom the Lord spoke. What Lord and what gods did he speak about? Remember, don't never let nobody tell you what something is or what something isn't if they don't know what something is. You can't tell me what God isn't if you don't know what God is.
These I ain't gonna hit every precept address. The second is chapter 16, verse 36 say, behold, the word of the Lord, receive it, believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Let's keep going. Matthew teaches us to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. You see that? And out of Zion has shined the perfection of beauty.
What's the benefit? Where is Zion? Is it made up in your mind? Is it a physical place? Where is Zion? What is the benefit of this? It didn't explain nothing.
Let's go.
Just going through it.
For God will show thy brightness unto every country under heaven. That's our benefit. For thy name shall be called of God, the peace.
Okay. When? When is he going to do this? I know imitation is the greatest form of flattery, and yeah, people imitate our culture, but we're the most despised people in the world, the American Negro. Do you have a clue why? No. And you did what I'm talking about for anybody of them niggas who, okay, let me just put it like this way, because it's always free smoke with Kaz mom. Any of y'all I don't care who you is, any of y'all who think you an Israelite and you prove it with that Bible, I'm here to debate you down to the last. You are not an Israelite. None of you. If you say you a Jew, you say you a Hebrew, you praise the Lord or a God, you're not an Israelite. Come get that smoke, man. Cosmon Cal TV. Sub, like, share.
Of righteousness, the glory of God's worship. Let's go. You don't have to be a vegetarian to serve the Most High. Okay? Leviticus gives us a good list of the things we can eat. Being healthy is perfectly fine, but let's not force that. Romans 14:1 says, him that is weak in the faith, receive ye, but not to doubtful disputations. For one believes that he may eat all things, another who is weak, eateth herbs. You got to be pretty weak to get ganked.
How can you be weak and eat herbs? The biggest, strongest animals in the world eat herbs. The strongest bodybuilders in the world eat herbs. The fastest people, the Olympic champions, eat herbs. Huh? What is the benefit of eating meat? It's poison. So, debunked. Weakened faith of what? Of eating meat? So, you have to eat meat to believe in your God? Red flag.
By the Owasippi, man. Niggas getting ganked. This is sad.
And they do that shit on purpose. That Owasippi. That Owaski. What the other goofy say? Orifices. They think it play, but it just make them look stupid. O-I-S-P. 3 vowels.
Leviticus says, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts. And to prove you don't have to leave the Bible to be a vegetarian, our dear brother Daniel, right? It says, prove thy servants, I beseech thee 10 days, and let them give us post vegetables to eat and drink.
Right. Let's not, look what Bezel say. Bezel say, let's not force being healthy. Right? But you don't benefit the people who do healthy. You don't benefit them. You tax organic growing non-GMO companies and farms. Tax them so much that many of them don't even grow. As a matter of fact, you pay them not to. That's your God. That's your government. Since your God told them to obey the government anyway, like they was God, because they was sent from your God. Crazy.
Point is, you ain't got to go be a
Some of these
placenta
lies, man. Here they
to
go.
prove that you love the Lord. Let's keep going.
Look.
Now, what is this book about? Hold on. World religions. World religions. All right.
Hold on. I want y'all to see what he's saying at the bottom. Look. Point is, you don't have to forsake the creator. These niggas had never said the word creator in their lives before the creator game. Never. They never called God the creator. They called him the Most High. Adonai. They put a whole bunch of titles on the creator, making him a deity, no more than a man sitting in the sky, pointing fingers and throwing lightning bolts, scratching his butt with a nigga sitting next to him. I want y'all to notice this. Point is, you don't have to forsake the creator to be a placentia grass eater. I want y'all to notice that. Watch. Let's go see who these placentia people is. Because he definitely tying them in with Owaspy, ain't he? That's his whole theory.
That these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts. And to prove you don't have to leave the Bible to be a vegetarian, our dear brother Daniel, right? It says, prove thy servants, I beseech thee 10 days, and let them give us post vegetables to eat and drink. Point is, you ain't got to go be a placentia grass eater to prove that you love the Lord. Let's keep going. Now, what is this book about? World religions. The top of all the heathen, the top of is a 33-degree Freemason, a vegetarian, remember he's weak, and an avid student of our modern world. Now, what is this book about?
Let's
World religions.
watch this.
World
That's what he said.
religions. All right. Baffled. This is a book you can get on thriftbooks.com. It ain't too expensive. It's all about world religion. See, a lot of our people.
I want you to notice. Look over here. Buddhism, Catholicism, Celtic and Norse beliefs, Sikhism, Judaism, Islam, Christianity. Where is faithism? Where is faithism on this book? It's not in there. He highlighted Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism isn't Zarathustrianism. Zoroastria comes 6,500 years after Zarathustra. They're not the same thing, or the same person, or from the same time. Has nothing to do with Owaspy. Watch this.
We don't know what the Owaspy is, so we got to tell y'all what he reading. All this sound real fancy, right? And this brother is a believer who was supposed to be in the Bible. You don't supposed to push this. You don't supposed to learn the way to.
Key words: believe. What y'all don't get is if you must believe in your book, or if you must believe in your God, right? To prove there's true, red flag. That means you don't know God or know your book, because you can't believe in a thing you know. Do y'all believe your mama is your mama? No, you know your mama is your mama. Why? From experience, character, and deed done. Nobody about to love your stinking ass all your motherfucking life and call you they mama if they not your mama. Nobody about to love you like a mama if they not your mama. Very rarely. Shout out to the women who do, though. Shout out to all the faithless sisters that take all the babies in. They don't care what they look like. Color, race, creed, don't matter. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to the faithless women, the best in the world. Let's get back to some of this. Listen to what he said.
Listen, book review. Baffled by Buddhism, confused by Catholicism, mystified by mysticism. World Religions is a beautifully illustrated and annotated guide to world religions, from ancient religions such as Celtic and Norse beliefs.
Do Celtic and Norse beliefs got anything to do with Owaspy other than they're explained?
To the main faith of our modern world: Christianity, Islam.
Notice they got Christianity, they got Islam. They're breaking all that shit down. They can't even comprehend Owaspy.
A minute.
But by their enemy.
So he came out with the
Listen, book review. Baffled by Buddhism, confused by Catholicism, mystified by mysticism. World Religions is a beautifully illustrated and annotated guide to world religions, from ancient religions such as Celtic and Norse beliefs to the main faith of our modern world: Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Sikhism, Buddhism, Hinduism, more. All as well as explaining the key practices and figures.
He doesn't even read the thing. He just highlights it and then tries to go into what he believes hints towards the debate. Now, notice, he ain't showed one clear debate. I mean, one clear benefit. The name of the debate is which one is better for our people, which one is more beneficial. He ain't showed a benefit yet. Hold on, it get worse.
Of each religion. Listen, it says, it goes on to talk about the golden rule and what the future holds for religious beliefs and culture. This book gets dark. It says, with clarity, insight, and sensitivity, world religions details the beliefs from Zoroastrianism to Zoroastrianism and everything in between. Remember, the author of his Bible is a 33-degree Freemason a vegetarian, remember he's wheat, and an avid student of world's religion. An avid student of world's religion. When you open up the philosophy, you get a table of contents.
$1,000 bet. There is no tie to there is no tie to faithism and masonry. I mean, how could this nigga be a Mason? Right? Yeah. See, the crazy part is this nigga talking about, oh, he a vegetarian, and even in your Bible, right? The false God, you want it, that y'all was praising, that you Levites, you hangers on, you want to be Israelite ass niggas who needed a priest to pray for them. How you gonna teach an Israelite to be an Israelite? Israelites need books to teach Israelites how to be Israelites. That's why the law was oral. Only the fakers, the hangers on, the wannabes use that book. And like Mally brought out, how about the benefit of knowing that not one single word in the entire OWASP was written by an Israelite? That includes Ezra. That includes Paul. Let it sink in. Watch this. How he gonna be a Mason? And the nigga and JBN wrote a book saying that the lodges is corrupt. They in the dark corners. This the evil places. Right? You know? The nigga wrote a book shooting the Masonic lodges and all that shit down. Huh? Let's get down here into some of these rites and ceremonies. Well, let's go right here. Load this up a little bit. We'll get into it. Who has dominion over all things? So are the four sides of the world represented by four fathers. in the chamber of light. This is a ceremony. In the temple of holies, which is square with east and west and north and south, like the pyramids and temples we see here today in America and all across the world. Shit, you can start with Gobekli Tepe on down to Supe Corral, on down to the pyramids in Egypt. Teotihuacan, Teotihuacan, Kushma, don't matter. They all lined up, and many for the solstices to the north, south, east, and west. For the honor and glory of our Father in heaven. How are they numbered? They're asking a question. 333s and 199. Now focusing elsewhere. What is the reason for these signs of blood and death? They are the four heads of the beast. The funny part is the biblical God. First of all, the beast is religion. The four heads of the beast are Christ, Allah, Buddha, and Brahma, mentioned in their own book. This is the beast, religion. Proven. Dragging the billions and billions and billions of people killed in the name of Allah, Buddha, Brahma, and Christ. Right? What is the reason for the signs of blood and death? They are the four heads of the beast. Not literally referring to four skulls, but to the leaders, the four false gods, the idols of religion. They are also stationed in the four corners of the what? The lodge. So why would JBN be over there with y'all when he wrote a book bashing y'all God? Why they in the corners? Because of darkness upon them. They profess peace, but practice war. They profess peace, but the nigga said he would kill his son if a spirit came to him and told him to do so. If he would kill him, that means he would offer him up as a ritual sacrifice. So that means he got to cut him up, gutty, bleeding, chop him up, throw him on an altar and set your child on fire. You profess peace, but practice war. JBN couldn't have been in a lodge. He couldn't have been. Y'all got to know that this shit been corrupted. The Masonic order is just the lowest part of the ancient mystery schools of Egypt, but they were sired, brought forth by the faithists. This is why they had to be employed in building of the pyramid. Not necessarily that they were enslaved at that time, because they weren't at the time of the pyramid. They had been there. Yes, we've been the most hated and despised, no different than today. But you weren't enslaved. That didn't come till later. That didn't come to what they call the second intermediate period. Starting about the 6th dynasty. You know what I mean? Which is really the end of the old kingdom, right? The beginning of the middle kingdom, which is a succession, which would have been in the sixth of the Theban kingdom, but also brought in who we commonly know as Hyksos, or the Shepherd Kings, or the Hekakasu, during this time of turbulence, which is called the intermediate period, right? They say, some say it lasted only 250 years. I'd say it's a much more longer time than that, because the Hyksos kings got up to 12 dynasties running concurrent in the north to their opposition in the south. The Theban kings were Kamos and Amos, the founder of the new kingdom, circa 1550 BC. Where they come from and push the people out of avarice in the north, of what they call the southern part of Egypt. You dig what I'm talking about? Now, see, I wanted to show something real quick. Now, mind you, let's get into some other stuff real quick. Remember, he said JBN is a Mason, right? And that it's somehow bad. Now, nobody, you dig what I'm talking about, has ever proved it. They make up these lies literally out of nowhere. And then the person who is, for the most part, generating the lie is the son and participator in one of the greatest rapes of all these little kids that they was doing over there in Germany. That's what's in pain. But let's get into the rumor about the Masonic rites, right? And remember, he brought up Placentia, right? He tried to tie Placentia to Owaspy. Remember that. He was talking about killing babies and doing all this stuff, and that all these kids that watch. Let's clear this bullshit up. Hold on. My bad. Let's clear this up. You dig what I'm talking about? Let's deal with this Masonic shit. One swoop, one fell swoop. Now, here go the rumor. Let's make sure everybody can see this. Nope. Hold on. Let me blow it up, son. Yeah, now everybody can see this. We on everything. We don't miss nothing. Jaja's undefeated. We heard about the rumors, but guess what? We go and actually look. We don't believe what men, angels, or gods tell us. Let's kill this Masonic shit for one time. They say JBN got a headstone with Masonic 33-degree masonry shit on it. They say he was a Mason. They say he owned Shalom and owned the land and was tricking these people. They say he was practicing Masonic rites. Where? With who? Let's clear the bullshit up. One fell swoop. And see, this is the benefit of being in the Cosmon era. You can actually go look. Huh? You can go see if what somebody is saying is true. Let's clear this Masonic shit up. Here's the rumor. Just like this dumbass nigga went on a Google search and repeated. Here's the rumor that Masonic rites were practiced at Shalom, since they saying JBN was a Mason, a 33-degree Mason at that. Remember, he made that specific quotation. That here's another rumor that Shalom was sold to Newborough by a Mason. See, we just lay the shit out here. We don't care what it say, but we got to read what it say, what the record truly say, and then we can judge it off that. How about the rumor that Newborough, right? This is why they say he was a 33rd degree Mason, because there is a rumor that Newborough was buried with Masonic rites and in a Masonic grave site. Let's clear all this bullshit up. Anybody want smoke? Pull it up. We're going to pull up people who don't like Faithists, who going to say his Masonic ties is bullshit. We're going to pull up, and then we're going to look at the Masons and ask them. They have no qualms whatsoever in revealing if a person who was dead was part of a New York chapter where he would have had to have been to become one of these people, right? Now look at this. Let's clear it all up. Here go the details. Let's lay it all out there. It is documented that rituals were used at Shalom, right? Research indicates that successful groups such as the Faithist Brotherhood of Light and the Cuddle Doom, right, used Shalom rituals. Do y'all know what Shalom is? Shalom is that place of peace that the Faithists finally find, the good people finally find and can go. Revealed in the book of Jehovah's Kingdom on Earth. Also the book of knowledge. Also the book of judgment. Also the book of divinity. And if you learn how to prophesy, right, which your WASPy teach you how to do, if you learn how to prophesy, you will see that there's a big boy coming. Yeah. Starting off real small, but it's coming. Don't worry about it. But they didn't use Masonic rites or rituals. They used the Faithist rituals found in WASPy, the Shalom rituals. Ain't got nothing to do with blood, sacrifice, killing, hitting your knees, pray. Ah, Jeebus! Help me, Jeebus! Help me! We don't need no middleman. We go straight to source. Right? So, rituals were used, but they were the Shalom rituals. Some of these rites were later published in the Faithist Hymnal. You can go see them. Ain't nothing demonic about them. Now, here's another one, clearing up the rumors. Because for all y'all who don't know, Newborough got his shit together and got the fuck on. He knew the cities was bad. He could see it then. So he got on. He was really out here, hands in the dirt, doing it for babies. You dig what I'm talking about? Little sick kids and shit. He trying to save them up out of CPS. He said so many babies died on when he got them from CPS. They were so sick they would die before he could get from New York City, before he could get back up north, or coming from the Child Protective Services at that time, these foundling houses. The babies would be so sick that they would die on the ride before they could even get them back to the New York Faithist group. So he took his show on the road. He went out west and created Shalom. But look, Newborough didn't own Shalom. That's a lie, y'all. Andrew Howland. If you read Owaspy, people know who Andrew Howland is. He the guy who came over and took over Shalom. He actually owned all the land. But why did Howland follow Newborough? Because Newborough was the real deal. Get past that white shit. Get past it. You can't tell what a thing is by what color it is. You can't tell what it do by what color it is. Your God made a goddamn donkey talk. You don't think the creator of sun, moons, and stars can channel a book through a man? Come on. This stuff is not hidden. The faith and hymnals, the rites and the rituals, they're not Masonic. Yours are. The Bible's is Masonic. The Bible's rituals are Masonic. It was written by Masons, rewritten by the biggest Mason, King James himself. Now, see, when you say somebody is a Mason, right, there's a record that you can go back onto and show. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Watch this. Hold on. Let me show you this. Hold on. Let me find it. Uh-oh. 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 King James. 4th Barrington, Kingston. Oh, This is King James the Fourth. Hold on. But let's also look and see that the fourth, the king was a prominent Freemason, being the Grand Master. He was the Grand Master of the Premier Lodge of England. The organization, now known as the Premier Grand Lodge of England, was founded on 24th of June, 1717, as the Grand Lodge of London and Westminster, originally concerned with the practice of Freemasonry in London and Westminster. Look at that. So the king's sons, but let's go on. Watch this. He's the sixth of Scotland, but he's the first of England. Look at this. King James was part of the Scone and Perth section or lodge of Freemasonry. Look, beneath the book is a quote attributed to Manly Palmer Hall. Manly Hall. That's Manly P. Hall. Do y'all know who Manly P. Hall is? Probably the biggest Mason ever. The first edition of the King James Bible, which was edited by Francis Bacon and prepared under Masonic supervision, bears more Masons marks than the Cathedral of Strasbourg. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. In 1603, 1604, King James. Let me find this. King James Stuart. Stuart, James the sixth and the first. King James, the Scot. Watch this. Watch this. Let me show you the writer of your Bible. You talking about JBN a Mason. See, when you a Mason, you can prove it. James Stewart. This is King James, y'all. Born in 1566, died in 1625, was the son of Henry Stuart, Lord Darnley, and Mary, Queen of Scots. He succeeded to the throne of Scotland in 1567. He later married in 1589 Anna of Denmark. He was apparently made a Freemason. Uh-oh. You talking about JBN? Find it, show it, prove it. When you are a thing, you must do what it does. So there is a trail. You can't plant corn kernels and expect to grow apples. No, when you plant corn kernels, you see corn growing up. Don't even look like apples. And the trail left behind of what the seed do is corn shit. Not apples. So if you a Mason, it's the easy way to prove it. You go to the lodge data. It show you what lodge, when he got put in, what his rank was, everything. Why don't y'all do that for JBN? Why? Because it's not real, you goofy Negroes. James Stewart, born in 1956, right? He later married Anna of Denmark. He was apparently made a Freemason, the writer of your Bible. That nigga that put it in English so you could read it. Wrote in Algonquin 1-2 before that. Wonder who he was talking to then. He was apparently made a Freemason at the Lodge of Scone and Perth. Number 3. The number 3. The third one. In 1601 by John Milne. See, they even got who made him a Freemason. When? What lodge? What year? Somebody already a Mason had to make you a Mason. Who was that? John Milne. At the king's own request, though Stevenson cast doubt on this, the King of England and Ireland, as James the First, 1603, he declared himself King of Great Britain. And then he wrote a Masonic book on demonology. How could you deny it? Even the signs are Masonic in the book. He declared himself King of Great Britain, France, and Ireland in 1604. James VI visited Norway in 1589 and Orenborg in Denmark on March 20th, 1590. He was accompanied, among others, by Chancellor Maitland and the Earl of Marischal of Scotland. Right? Sources. Dig what I'm saying? Hold on one second. All right, right back at it. My bad, y'all. Let me blow this up a little more so y'all can see this. You dig what I'm talking about? They talking about JBN a Mason. No. The nigga your God wanted to write a book was a Mason. Right? He became a Freemason at the Lodge of Scone and Perth, number 3 in 1601 by John Milne. Do that for JBN. Right? Let's go and clear up some more of these lies. You dig what I'm talking about? Let's clear it up. Andrew Howland's name is on all the deeds showing him as owner of the land that became Shalom. It is possible See, we don't say the possibility is not there that he could have what? It is possible that a Mason could have, maybe, might have, it's a possibility, could have owned some of the many parcels of land that Howling purchased. Yeah, it's possible, but ain't no proof of it. He didn't even deal with the Masons at all. If dude was a Mason who sold the land to Howling, how would Newborough know? How would Howling know? Unless he told them, and they don't do that. It is well documented. Watch this. Watch this. Let's kill it, all of it. Because see, the lie is he has a 33rd degree sign on his headstone and he's buried at a Masonic whatchamacallit. Let's get to the real story of this shit. The real factual roots. Don't let a nigga talk you and scaring you, not into finding out who you is. What? Jaja say all things will be revealed. Well, when? He say now. Starting in 1881. Time to go. Legal. He say, it is well documented that Newborough was buried at Shalom. But this is what goofy niggas who don't know shit, who don't read, fake scholars, low vibratory men bound to other men, angels, and gods. Ooh, sucker shit. It just sound like you a sucker. Leaders of men who blindly lead other blind men right off the edge. Because it sound good when you saying it. But you sure look stupid when you can't prove it. Huh? What does it say? It's better to close your mouth and have everybody think you a genius in a room full of geniuses than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. It is well known and well documented that Newborough was buried at Shalom, but this is what you niggas don't know. I'm here to teach you what you don't know. When there was flooding on what had been Shalom land, Justine Newborough Howling, right, the daughter of JBN, had Newborough's coffin moved to the public cemetery in Las Cruces. The public cemetery has burials of many religious faiths, including Roman Catholic nuns, Jews, and probably a few Masons. The Universal Faithists of Cosmos, shout out to the brothers and sisters of the UFK, man. Shout out Joan and Peter and Paul. Shout out to the whole RFK. Man, the people doing good work. I love y'all. Shout out to my big six pooch to Dr. Susan B. Martinez. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to all my OGs who really get it. He say the public cemetery has burials of many religious faiths, including Roman Catholic nuns, Jews, and probably a few Masons. The Universal Faithists of Cosmon members designed, the Faithists, not the Masons. The UFK, some people still living today, designed and paid for Newborough's headstone and Faithists installed the headstone fulfilling the wishes of the author, Miss K.D. Stowes, at Newborough's grave, that Newborough's grave be marked. Killing all that, man. Killing all that. But let's go back. Remember, he said the placentia. Right? He said the placentia. Right? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. This is the rumors versus the details. We're clearing up the lies, the rumors, and the biases objectively shown. Not that I'm what I feel. I don't care what they say. Personally, you dig what I'm talking about? I just keep showing the truth. They got a bunch of feelings and emotions. Now, remember, he was just talking about placentia grass eaters. So let's just show that he didn't do enough research. He didn't do enough research. I want you to notice this right here. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Right up. Ooh, how many lumps do you want, Is? Oh, 3 or 4. Yeah, what's down that long, dark corridor, Jones? Hit you right upside your... Doop. Watch this. Remember what he say? Hold on, let's go back. Hold on, I want to show y'all this. Remember, he said about the placentia grass eaters. Look, point is, you don't have to forsake the creator, nigga. You don't know the creator. You praise a lowly nigga. He sits on a throne with a stanky ass. Little boy, little sippy cup. Man, we see it now, though. We see it now. You did a disservice to the people. You hear me, y'all? You did a disservice. Should have did that right. But it is what it is. They see it now. But look, the placentia grass eater. Let me show you. This dumb nigga did a 5-minute Google search. A 5-minute, long enough to copy and paste it. That's as much as he read. Watch this. He go to rumor. Exactly what this nigga said. Watch this. The Societas Frateria in Placentia, California, from 1876, 5 years before Owaspy was written, 6 years before it was published, to 1921. From 1876 to 1921 comes the Societas Frateria. Remember, he said placentia grass eaters. Watch this. Here's the rumor, the lie that the fat nigga regurgitated last night. Watch this. A fruitarian Owaspy group. They tied to Owaspy. This the lie, though. A fruitarian Owaspy group that came about circa 1895. I thought it was in 1876. It's 20 years later. Hold on, what happened? So they saying Owaspy group from 1895, 2 children. Notice this. 2 children were starved to death. He said it. The first one, a year-old baby that was starved to death after being fed a diet of raw peeled apples. The infant was so ill, it could not even cry. 2 cult leaders, George Rinsdale Hine and Dr. Louis Schlesinger were indicted on murder charges. This is the rumor. So remember, 2 kids died, but a 1-year-old baby died first. Right? Remember that. The second death was Alice Hine, the 18-year-old Alice Hine, right? The 18-year-old daughter of leader George Hine, Ransdale Hine. She was not keen on Owaspy, so her fanatical father locked her in the room for 2 years and fed her bread and water. She died from starvation at 18. George Hine hid the body of the daughter by burying it in the backyard out of the back door in an unmarked grave, so authorities could not find the body. This is what they say. The Orange County coroner's inquest found that Alice Hine was starved to death. Now look, notice they said the Orange County coroner seen her, and Alice Hine starved to death. And she was 18. And a 1-year-old baby dad already. Watch this. Walter Lockwood, one of the editors of Owaspy, right, moved to the community in 1884. But there are no official ties to other faithist groups of the day, right? Now, this is 1884. This is before there is a Shalom. This before Andrew Howland, before Shalom even exists. There are no official ties to other faithist groups of the day. In their own documents, the Placentia Grass Eaters, the Societas Fraternis, they did not identify as readers of Owaspy. Nigga, stop it. These niggas didn't even read Owaspy from their own mouth. The Societas Frateria, so he just regurgitated a lie that just was told. Most of these lies that you hearing was made up by one nigga. What's in pain? And he was the nigga actually raping the kids. He doing this to hide what he was doing. Yeah, 28 years. From the time he was 8 to the time he was 36. Said you never. He said, yeah, it was a UFO group. I said, well, how are they Owaspy then? He was like, I think I remember seeing an Owaspy around. I said, you never even read the book? The whole time you was in the cult? I said, did you see your parents reading Owaspy? He said, no, I don't remember that, but I sort of remember it being mentioned. I said, nigga. I said, you never thought in 28 years of seeing them do whatever they was doing to kids and you jumping in that it might have been wrong? When you got out, why didn't you tell? After 30 years. All right. This the nigga you chose to use as a source. The Societas Frateria was a spiritualist, free love, vegan, hold on, this is key, raw food community found in 1876, 6 years before the publication of Owaspy. They couldn't have had it. They called themselves the Societas Fraterna. However, the surrounding community called them what? The placenta grass eaters. Yep. Told you. Dumb niggas just regurgitate what they see. Monkey see, monkey do. And that monkey was just regurgitating bullshit that ain't got nothing to do with OWASP or JBN or Faithist at all. Or they was doing what they doing before OWASP. But watch this. The whole trouble come in before OWASP exists. Watch this. Right? They dubbed them the placenta grass eaters and referred to them as freaks, faddists, and spooks. Because remember, he's talking about that queer religion shit. Society. It is what it is. But it ain't got nothing to do with OWASP. OWASP wasn't even invented. Now look, in May of 1879, 2 years before it was automatically written, 3 years before it was published, the colony is raided. Societas Fraterna gets raided. 3 years after they were invented. Oh, hold on. All right. My bad. Let's go back just to make sure everybody can see this. Walter Lockwood, one of the editors of OWASP, moved to the community, right? Moved to Societas Fraterna, right? In 1884. But there are no official ties to other faithist groups of the day. None. In their own documents, they did not identify as readers of OWASP. So this whole lie right here that the Societas Fraternas, the grass eaters, are an OWASP group is a lie. See, you had to make this date up to make any of this shit make sense. Because in 1879, 3 years after they created themselves, 3 years before you could even get an OWASP, the colony got raided by the local authorities because one of Hines' children is believed to be starving to death on the Societas diet. Right? Just believed. The complaint is apparently lodged by Reverend Toombs living nearby. The case is tried in Los Angeles County Court in June of 1879 of the same year. The jury failed to reach a verdict. There was evidently no intent to commit a crime. This is the San Francisco SF Chronicle 6/1/1879, page 1. The Santa Ana Standard wrote, "A little wholesome hanging would be good for the entire community of frauds and fanatics." But a jury dismissed, not a judge, a jury dismissed the charges. This is on the people that they saying all this shit happened. In 1898, 19 years later. So this happened before Alice was born. Y'all listening? This the girl that they saying got killed. But look at the year. Remember, some baby is supposed to die in 79 or been starving in 79. Couldn't have been her. She wasn't born. Watch this. Let's clear all of it up. Let's clear up all the lies and the biases. Y'all hated that a white boy brought all this light. Ooh-wee. In 1898, Hines' daughter, Alice, 16 years old, died from suicide and drowning. But I thought she was 18. She died 2 years before that. Remember? So you even lying on these niggas, and they ain't even faithers. And if they could have convicted him, they sure would have. You seen what the sentiment of the Santa Ana Standard wrote? A little wholesome hanging would be good for the entire community of fanatics and frauds. But a jury dismissed the charges. Alice, Hines' daughter, right, 16-year-old, died from suicide by drowning. Not from, I thought she died, that the Orange County coroner found Alice was starved to death. No. Nigga, if you really cared about truth, you'd have known she died from suicide by drowning. Now look, gets deep. In her note, in her suicide note, she apologizes to her father for killing herself. Newspapers and historians speculated that her diet and digestive problems led to her melancholy. It's from the Orange Coast magazine, March 1987, The Placentia Grass Eaters by Sue Bishop. It should be noted that the group provided themselves on raw food diet. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, right back at it, y'all. All right, let's get right back to it. Now, it should be noted that the group, the Placentia Grass Eaters, prided themselves on a raw food diet, right? Uncooked. So bread, which is a cooked food, would not have been used to starve Alice. They can't even think they lie straight. It is important to remember that 10 years prior to her suicide, Alice's younger brother died. In 1888. Her parents were implicated for his murder and acquitted. Her surviving brother and other members of the community were continually bullied by neighbors when they left the farm. And then her mother died. All of these things must have contributed to Alice's depression. Mental illness was not understood in the 1800s. Let's get that understood. Mental illness wasn't. And the most successful form or treatment at that time was lobotomy. Alice might have died from acidity immersion therapy as an alternative to lobotomy. They was giving that girl immersion therapy. So I just want to clear that up. All that grass eater shit got nothing to do with OWASP. All that shit happened before there was an OWASP. You dig what I'm talking about? JBN was still building up to write a book like OWASP. He wasn't pure enough. He had to go through 10 years. Right? In 1876, he'd only been through 6. In 1879, you dig what I'm talking about? He'd only been through 9. JBN couldn't have wrote the book. That's what you get to understanding in the end of the day when you actually read OWASP. JBN couldn't have wrote it. You dig what I'm talking about? 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Throw some. Select up. Run the bell. Back at it. Okay. Now, this is another one he brought up. Might as well get to this one. About the Brotherhood of Light in Colorado from 1902 to the 1930s. They go to room. Now, this is when they talking about all the babies died. They did. All that old watch was starving to the 900 babies. They was out here starving them babies. That ain't right there, Cosmon. Huh? That's not right there, Cosmon. I say prove it. Let's get into the rumor. In circa 1906, Arborlis, Colorado, 13 children were originally given to this OWASP Bible orphanage 4 miles outside the tiny town of Arborlis, Colorado in 1906. This is the rumor. 12 died from malnutrition. Now, 13 babies, they gave them. 12 died from malnutrition over the course of 1 year. 6 deaths occurred in 1 month. Right? This is what they saying. This is what they saying on the streets, Cosmon. I don't know, man. Did what Millie Mouth niggas saying. Oh man, this is bad right here, Cosmon. How you gonna clear this up, Cosmon? You done killed 12 babies, God. Jeebus. They say George Rose and Minnie Wheeler were arrested on 6 counts of manslaughter and were held over for trial. Now, I want y'all to notice this running theme that's going on with this, whatever rumor, whether it's true, whether it's real, whether it's not, that when they try to bring this shit to court, they can't never prove it. The people be getting off scot-free. 12 babies. You got 6 charges of how you couldn't prove 1? Nam nada? That's crazy. I don't think that happened today. Is messed up as our justice system is, our supposed justice system is, it don't even mess up this bad. 12. I want y'all to notice this running theme though. They don't somehow, for some reason, right? They don't never, ain't nobody ever prove what they saying. 12 babies dead in a year. That's a baby a month, damn near. 6 in 1 month. Right? Nobody thought that was suspicious, or you know what I mean? You didn't just show the dead babies or nothing. Okay. But see, they were held over on 6 counts of manslaughter for 12 children. Notice that. 6 counts for 12 children and held over for trial. A coroner's inquest found that all 12 children were starved to death. All 12. The coroner seen them. You niggas starved them babies, Cosmo. That's what you did. You part of it, Cosmo. You was there in 1906. You co-signing this shit. I would say, Deuteronomy 21, where your God is okay with genocidal war, rape, child imprisonment, war, rape, kidnapping, and child trafficking. And you subscribe to that, I'd say that's a little more detrimental or non-beneficial for our people to try to tie ourselves into that doctrine. But first of all, you got to tie these brotherhood of light niggas to a WASP, right? And let's see what they say. Let's go. Let's go, Cosmo. A coroner's inquest found that all 12 children were starved to death. The remaining 7 were placed in foster care. Okay. But I thought they gave him 13 children. Where did 7 come? Okay, it's okay. Watch this. But remember, 13 children. Watch this. The 7 remaining children were placed in foster care. Now look, let's go clear this bullshit up. The brothers' hoods were in operation from 1902 to the 1930s. On October 12th, 1906, H.B. Kerr and the public health officials had visited the brotherhood at Arbolas and left, apparently satisfied that the children were well cared for, although they were concerned about the vegetarian diet. Ooh, these niggas hate. They hate they got to get his motherfucking meat sandwich up. Biting on loin meat. You dig what I'm talking about? You're eating a cow and a chicken that'll back at you, nigga. But look, the public health people came in. The children were well cared for, although they were concerned about the vegetarian diet. However, 3 days later, on October 15th, the Denver Press came out with glaring headlines and awful pictures of starving children at our bolus. Right? They weren't even, watch this though. Don't worry about it. The published records, right? These is public records. Right? Anybody who really looking can go ahead and find this out. Anybody who ain't, you're going to look foolish coming up against Cosmonian in the debate trying to pull this white boy Masonic shit. I'm going to cook you. I'm going to cook all this child death shit tied with a waspy. Cook it. You're going to look stupid. Right? The published records indicate that who H.B. Kerr, the CPS guy, brought charges against the Brotherhood of Light, C. Rose, and Winnie Wheeler on the 25th, 13 days later after he came. After the Denver Press came out with some glaring shit on the 15th. So 10 days after this, Kerr finally get around to putting charges down, right? Kerr brought charges against the Brotherhood of Light, George C. Rose and Winnie Wheeler on the 25th day of October 1906 for the death of one child named Maybelle. The case came to trial in January 07, a couple months later, when H.B. Kerr did not appear in court on the day the case was heard. Why? The district attorney, right? The district attorney asked that the case against the Brotherhood of Light, Rose and Wheeler, be dismissed because the district attorney felt the suit against the Brotherhood of Light, Rose and Wheeler, was an attempt to influence an election that H.B. Kerr was running for in that same year. Look, the case was dismissed after comments by the judge that he felt the Brotherhood of Light was doing a service to care for foundling unwanted children. After selling their property, the Brotherhood left Arboles with their children. And moved to La Crescenta, California, near Los Angeles, to join the Cuddle Dune Faithist group. While in California, hold on, this is my phone, y'all. Hold on one second. Let's get right back to it. The case was dismissed. Now you done killed 13 children, right? What had happened was when they got the babies from the state, the one baby was so sick when they got it from CPS, it died on the ride there. That's what happened. They got it from CPS, that sick already. They didn't even get it back to the Brotherhood of Light Land. It died on the way. The case was dismissed after comments by the judge that he felt the Brotherhood of Light was doing a service to care for the foundling children. After selling their property, the Brotherhood of left Arboles with their children and moved to La Crescenta, California, near Los Angeles, to join the Cuddle-Dune Faithist group. While in California, they successfully raised at least 20 children other than the 12 that they got. 33 children came up out of this situation. Faithists. I want to meet some of them people because I know they super duper people. I believe many of these may be the Elohis, may be seventh era Faithists. They would be older than us. They would be old. What if Joan is one of these babies? She right there. See, y'all don't understand, man. Y'all be looking past what's really going on and just believing in bullshit. So stop with all the babies dying and all that. That ain't had nothing to do with Owaspy. That has something to do with your society. That's ran by your God. They run this society under the auspices of the 10 Commandments. That's from your God. So they figure it's okay to do that to babies. Because your God do it to babies. Y'all want to see something that hurt my heart? Watch this. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. One second. I want to show y'all this. Let me see if I can find this. This thing I found. Now look. I want to show y'all the Lutherans say that roughly 14,000 babies. Right? Were killed within the biblical text by the biblical God. But the more ancient texts, right, give a number of 64,000. Just babies and infants commanded to be killed or directly killed by your God. Now, let's show this real quick. Right? This is just one massacre. The massacre of the innocent. Coptic sources assert 144,000 babies were killed, and that it took place on the 29th of December. And the Catholic Encyclopedia of 1907 to 1912, recognizing that Bethlehem was too small to provide such numbers, reduced the victims to between 6 and 20 children in the town, with a dozen or so more in the surrounding areas. Look how they minimalize it. The older Coptic source asserts 144,000. The Lutherans support 14,000. Do you know how many people God has killed in the Bible? What if I told you in one Bible alone, in one set of books, in the Bible alone, God commands or directly kills more exactly 2,391,421 people. Roughly 64,000 to 144,000 of them being infants. He killed them. And many of them he burnt on the altar for that sweet Savior. So I just wanted to get on real quick, man, and just shut down any of that spooky shit. You talking about JBN a Mason, but we know King James was a Mason, proven. University of St. Andrews Institute of Scottish Historical Research, right? He was apparently made a Freemason at the Lodge of Scone in Perth, 1601. Show us the year JBN was made. $1,000. You dig what I'm talking about? I just cut through the bullshit. I hate being talked at by people who know less than I do. Now, we cool to have a conversation. You dig what I'm talking about? But if we gonna get into the conversation, at least ask me what I know. Don't be trying to tell me what you believe, because I know what you believe, but I got a higher understanding of whatever it is you talking about. Don't matter. This is not, I can speak intellectually and intelligently and discourse deeply on any religion, any of them. So why am I going to let you tell me your limited world view of a thing that you don't actually understand? Because when I say, well, what does the word mean? Or when I ask you, simple question, what year? Put on the timeline for us. that shit start to get hazy. And I don't remember that. And I don't remember you. You dig what I'm talking about? I like to tell them, man, a WASP is for real a step-by-step booklet for you to get your game on track and not your wig pushed back. Y'all don't be listening, man. Huh? Y'all don't be listening. I was listening. So when I heard the lesson come back to me in common sense, it already set right. Because I knew it was right before Biggie said it. I just needed to hear Big say it. To already prove what was already written on my soul. Sometimes it must be revealed to you. So they call him JBN a Mason, and this nigga is actually a Mason. The writer of your Bible, King James, is a Mason. There is no way around this. What they know. Shout out to the sister who, but shout out to the creator gang, man. Peace to all the righteous gods and Iranian goddesses, man. We get down to the bottom of the bullshit. So if you use JBN being white, the nigga who wrote your book is white. Your Messiah is white. And your enemy. Oh, yeah, you you forgot about Cyrus? Oh, you thought I was talking about Jeebus. No, I wasn't talking about Jeebus. That's not your anointed. That's not your Messiah, your Savior. Funny, Abraham is a Persian. He had to go right back to another Persian to help save you crooked niggas. I thought the Persians were supposed to be white. The Arabs. No. They birthed your great-great-grandfather who you claiming that you kin to, Abraham. Ooh, you ain't know he was a Persian? Ooh. Ooh. They just migrated to Ham. This is why Abram becomes Ham. Abraham. He was sent there to raise up a prop amongst the Hamitic people because they hadn't raised up one. This is why they always get the story of Abram mixed up with Brahma, because Brahma's Shemitic too. But one from the south and one nigga way up from Iran. Yeah, he walked across the Zagros. And the people of Babylon was still Persian. The people of Assyria, Persian. All the way to Turkey and Phoenician. The Phoenicians are Persians. They just migrated to Canaan land. Oh, 3 or 4. Well, I just keep lumping them in their head. I walk them right into the punches. I'm going to be real. You know I'm going to always be real with y'all. And I told my brother Malik, boy, you got to be more forceful and controlling in your time in that debate. You mass-circuiting. I get it. But when it's time to control your time and get people to shut up, they won't shut up. So you got to save your time. You know what I'm talking about? And just stick with the plan. Boom, bam, ding, bang, boom. Boy, you put on a masterful show, bro. A masterful show. You dig what I'm talking about? Yep. So, first of all, ain't no 12 babies died. Nowhere. Got nothing to do with Noah Washby. JBN is not a Mason. He told you that the Masons hold the 4 beast religions. Yoga in there. Huh? He say that's where they at, in the lodges. That's why the sign of blood and war everywhere. Because of religion. The heads of the beast. Yeah. Who run the religions? The gods. This is why they had crowns on top of their heads. Yeah. The beast is religion. You dig what I'm talking about? Man, shout out to everybody, man. Coming through. Elijah 7, Browns, yo. My big sister better than your big sister. Huh? My sister Ahuba. Ima. Aboriginal Amerigal. Shout out to you for coming through. Cosmonian. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to the Aboriginals, because we are the Aboriginals. Uh-oh. Your God didn't tell y'all that? Uh-oh. I think Cosmonian gonna have to crack their head over. They wasn't listening to you, Cosmon. You dropped the whole goddamn video on the first 10 great nigger kings in America. And the very first 18 tribes of nigger Aboriginals that come from here. Why we look like everybody. Why everybody look like us. Because we was mixing with gangs of niggas in America. The American is an Ahuan. There's no way around that. He copper color, large, brown skinned. He has long, black, coarse hair. And we have the benefit in America of having the only black drunk. The people who couldn't get it. The only black ones, primarily. Not that they were stupid. These was the people building the what you call the pyramids of Mexico. What I'm telling you is, it was a people who actually held the higher knowledge that even these people that they were subject to, because they were subjects to the drugs. The drugs was powerful, warful kings. This is Shelhua who built Cholula. These was big ass niggas, real big. You dig what I'm talking about? This is Homo sapien gigantes. Many of them are Ahuans too. They're Ions who are drunks too. But y'all don't get. It's a spectrum, just like it is today. See, but truth don't care about your spectrum. Truth don't care about your subjective reality. Truth don't care about your subjective opinion. Truth just is. And the truth is, you claim JBN is a Mason and can't prove it. I claim the nigga who wrote the Bible you thumping out of and crying into and willing to kill your child over is a Mason. And I can prove it because he came one in 1601. Scone in Perth. We even see his OG, the nigga who put him on, John Mill. Yeah. It is what it is. But go check out my earlier videos. The first 18 tribes and the 10 Aboriginal kings of America and the first 18 tribes. Go check out my videos on Egoquim, Algonquin. Oh, go check out a real good one called The Promise of the 49ers. That's dope. When you understand that an Ahuan primarily is Negroidal. He is Negroidal. Even if they got white skin, they're Negroidal. Remember, they come from albino, fixed gene albino iron genetic stock. But the Irons was niggas in Africa. You can tell because the people is niggas. And see, we got the benefit of, first of all, our God telling us, I'm going to save one of the old Ahuan stocks and put it only in America. It's going to be brown. It's going to have long, black, dark, coarse nigger hair. It's going to look like all niggas. Arab nigga, Chinese looking nigga, white looking nigga, Arab looking nigga. But it's going to be a nigga, and it's going to be from right here in America. Ain't going to be from nowhere else. There ain't no more Aboriginal Negroid Americans nowhere in the world. They're only, as a matter of fact, they're not even in the Caribbean. We a different cut even from the Caribbean. Then my brothers, shout out to all my brothers in the islands. You know I love you. My sixth great grandmama come from there, straight from French Guiana. But they're a different cut. And while we may have that genetics mixed up in us, we up here a different cut. We different. This is what it is. We brothers love you to death. And I ain't saying we know better, but we different. Went through different experiences, went through some of the same. But what was going on up here wasn't going on down there. It's different. You did what I'm talking about. And you got to remember, I was always here. I ain't come from anywhere. Owaspi even reveals that not only the copper-colored man settled this land first, then re-inhabited the second time because the Irons who got off the boat was brown. The drugs they mixed with was black. The only black people, black. This is why they so dark down there by the equator, man. Don't matter what you think it is. It's dark everywhere in the world. Asia, America, you get around that equator, you dark. It's okay. They don't stop you from being a man. Yeah, we all the same species, but we different because we went up through different experiences, came up through different experiences in different lands, eating different foods, doing different things, praising different. Well, we ain't praising no God. We always pray. In America, look it up. Whoever you want to call it, the Aboriginals, you want to call them, I don't call them Native Americans because we not them people. The Native American came later. They've been here a while, though. They've been here a while. And they mixed in with the Vikings. Long time ago. But them not us. This is why it was okay for them to enslave us and go with their white European brother, because they're Eurasians. Makes sense. This is why you have 5 quote-unquote civilized tribes who did enslave copper-colored Aboriginal Americans and copper-colored Aboriginal Americans who never enslaved nobody. Thousands and thousands and thousands of tribes of empire here in Guatemala. Y'all don't even know. Y'all still talking about Turtle Island. The knowledge of the turtleback been here for a long time, man. The knowledge of the turtleback been here for a long time. They use it as a cosmological meter. I get it. But this ain't the only place with turtles. Huh? Let me see. They talking about. You know what I mean? It just is what it is, man. I ain't gonna keep it too long, man. I'm gonna keep it too long. Just wanted to come in and just clear up some of the falsehoods, man. You hear a lot. You hear a lot. You know what I mean? But I want to hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. I want to pull up. I believe it's the. If you got a little something out of the presentation today, man, it cleared up some falsehoods, the whole Mason shit, the whole killing babies, and you know what I mean, stuff that they trying to put on OWASP. They giving niggas free, they the police. They giving niggas free murder beefs. You dig what I'm talking about? Free murder beefs. Just slander a nigga. Don't read the book. You don't even see if it makes sense. It said right in there, they starved her off bread and water. But this is a raw food society that prided themselves on that. So they would have never ate bread. It refutes itself. Right in this, even in trying to question the higher light, it make you look crazy. Because it's so clear as in what else you got. You know, the boy bust off a 61 clip of benefits in a debate about benefits. And let's just say, right, we give Fat Dog credit for when he was just saying benefits, right? Just when he was saying benefits and not talking about Mally or crazy off-topic stuff, right? Let's say we just give him a point for every time he just said the word benefit. He still didn't say it 60 times. He ain't bust off a 61 clip. So all that funny shit y'all doing, all that hee hee ha ha, oh, the white man, the cracker. Yeah, it just show who you is. And before I go, I just want to get this right. This is a Faithist PSA from your homeboy Cosmonian. If you thinking about joining any Faithist organization, it is important for you to be able to discern the good from the bad, the right from the wrong, the left from the right, the up from the down, the light from the dark. You should be able to discern. You should be skeptical about any Faithist organization. If you hear any of this stuff come out their mouth, any of this stuff I'm about to say, Hood PSA, Cosmonian, Neighborhood Hero, Hood PSA. If you hear any Faithist group, everywhere, claim that the world is coming to an end, they on some hump. If they proselytize a specific belief system or claim that they have the only truth, they on some hump. You hear any faithist, we ain't never said none of that. Notice how we run. Compared to what we saying to what we doing, and then compare that then to what you doing. Don't come to no faithist group that guarantee that you will go to heaven and be saved or be taken up in a flying saucer if you do exactly what they say. Don't you believe that? Faithists don't say that. So if they get talking about UFO cults, faithists, you know, ain't got nothing to do with it. You ain't read the book, nigga. Constantly talk, or don't go to these groups if they constantly talk about sinners or drujas and those who will go to hell. Nigga, I took the spookiness out of hell. Hell is just the lowest part of the breathable atmosphere. Yeah. The ancients told you a long time ago, oh, we're in hell already. Yeah, Nick, yeah. Yeah, it's about as work as it get. They say that all other belief systems are a lie. If you ever hear faithists say that, don't fuck with them because they don't know what's going on. And report them. Holla at somebody like, yo, Cosmo, man, this nigga say your faithist over here, man. He's talking about his belief. The faithist is the only way. No, we telling you, Creator is the only way. And even if you in some fuckery, you dig what I'm talking about, and you just bound to it, you locked in, nigga, you're making your money this way, however it go. You're scared that your chestnut's gonna be roasting in an open fire, you dig what I'm talking about, for 1,000 years, and then eternity in hell and burning flesh, and you dig what I'm talking about, and you want to be trapped in a little box, you did. Well, then, hey, your brother's saying, look, it's higher stuff up here. Look way up there. You see that? That's a heaven too. But look over there. That's a heaven too. Look over there. That you see that thing moving higher and higher up? That's a heaven too. Let's go there. Let's not be stuck down here. That's all I'm saying. If they claim that all other belief systems are a lie, they're not a faith. If they claim to be the only direct connection to God, they're lying. They're a faith. They're not a faith. If they demand money, they're not a faith. If they demand obedience, you ain't a faith. If they claim to be the chosen by God or Yahweh, you ain't the faith. How are we the chosen? How do you prove you the chosen? You don't got to claim it. It is what it is. It's evident. You choose the Creator. The Creator chosen are those who choose Him. We're not claiming that we chosen by God. No, we chose God, which make us the chosen. We chose Yahweh, the Creator, which makes us the chosen. It's a difference. We're not saying our God picked this little specific people. No. All men are sons and daughters of the Creator. All. Get past your racism. Get past your hatred. Get past your biases. Get past your diet. Stronger you is here, the stronger you be there. That shit come with intestinal fortitude and will. You got to want to do this shit. You got to want to be a boxer. You got to be willing to get punched in the face. You got to be willing to put the work in. You got to be willing to be crazy enough to be crazier than everybody else when you get in that ring. I got to will myself to a point of higher skill by repetition and work. It is the will that makes the spirit move. This is how you choose. This is why you choose what you choose. It's all on you. Huh? Now, those are red flags. If you hear any of the faithist groups saying that shit, and if they don't explain the chosen, that the only reason why Jehovah say we the chosen, not that I'm saying it, all right? Or if I'm saying it, is because I chose him, creator. That's why I'm chosen. Not because he chose me, because I chose him. So that means every man can choose the creator. That's why it's a win-win situation. Because with the way Owaspy is set up, to come back to the communal love, light, balance type of living in a community, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is why Creator Gang is special. Y'all have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. I ain't gonna never say it. I ain't gonna never say it. But you don't know how to create a move for us already. Huh? Y'all better get here. Look. I want to thank everybody for coming through, man. You did what I'm talking about. The boy bust off a 60 clip, man. Not this one. He asked the nigga, do he believe Jesus was stoned outside? He said, nigga, what do it matter what I believe? It's about what's logically possible and what is commonly known and what's not and what can be proved. Huh? We know for a fact that the people who had the grudge against Jesus was Israelites or Jews, not Israelites. They were Jews. Two different people, y'all. Pharisees and Sadducees had the beef with Jesus. You hear me? I've been hating on it. It's gonna be okay, y'all. It's gonna be okay. If you thought we got the worst end of that thing that happened on the Source Debate League, if you think we got the worst end of that, you didn't see what happened. You didn't watch the debate. You didn't watch it. But look, man. Want to send love and light out there to all the faithist, man. Creator gang in the house. Shout out to all my folks out here in the mitten. You dig what I'm talking about? Much love. You dig what I'm talking about? Hey. Thank y'all for coming through. My name is Cosmine. Breathe in. Let that light in. Some Cosmine. I'm out.
Yeah. And oh yeah, put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh,
it's that Jehovih, that Chow Mein, that Papa Bull, that Tao Mein, since sunset in the arc of Wayne. My brain moving like Tao Sang, so as above, it's so below. That up and that down thing, this flow is atmospheric. I call that a ground game. See, water is knowledge, so if I'm teaching, you're learning. So how your God make a sun without vortexing and current? See, the pattern is ponic, I'm reaching out for my people. Oh, watch me flow through your speakers, you feel the force of the ether. And when the force gets the equal, I'm taking off like an eagle. Police popped the pastor yesterday for pushing put equal. My DNA is Moshe. Mix that thing with higher water. My spirit rate is OTN. It's just a higher order. Got more light than Kavita. Rap a lot just like Tila. Went from sinner to saint. Shout out my big homie Sealer. Got more torque than a sports car. Got more work than a door stop. In the 4 million I make, I'm giving the Dr. Umar. Oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Super 7 in my rites and ceremonies. I'm married to Jehovah, holy matrimony. Confucius say, in the words of Caillou, before you hit the tomb, be a bridegroom. Only got one question for Miss Susan B. On how to last Ahuin is now a Angui. Blame my inspiration, I'm just thinking thoughts. But in the way of God's, we gon' keep it short. Why Jesus wanna kill me, Matthew 10:34. Just a couple questions that I'm needing to know. Oh, watch me flow, it's so potent. Set the vortex in motion. Super 7, I'm floating across the Aegean Ocean. Oh, you a Muslim now, so I guess you making salat. Well, I'm an Israelite, I'ma make him at the Shabbat. Got Moses on the bumper, super slap off in my spaceship photosphere. So I stay lit, peace and light to the faith is so yeah.
Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there.